EGM Network.
Honestly, without Treasure Coast Community Health, I think we'd be a much poorer community in terms of our health. We're always striving to fill the gap for everyone in the community, rich or poor.
Good afternoon and welcome to Community Conversations. You know, each week I come before you on radio, Facebook, whatever it is, with guests that are chosen for their uniqueness. Unfortunately, many of them are well-known unique providers. For example, the Youth Guidance Organization. We have many people that are in the nonprofit helping our community. But we also have some folks who are like lights under a bushel basket. You don't hear about them often. We don't hear about them unless there is some magical connection that happens. And so that's what we have today. We have something magical that is happening in our community that I've never heard of, despite my 20 years here. So I'm going to welcome Linda Sposata. I just messed that up, didn't I?
Oh,
Tell me, Linda.
Sposato.
Sposato. Okay, not an Italian gene in my background. But Linda has been doing something very unique for more than a couple of years, so we invited her to tell us more about it. So, Linda, it has to do with music. That I'm clear on.
Absolutely. And it has to do with children, which are our gems.
Absolutely.
So I was privileged to start piano at 7 years old.
Mm.
But the problem arose about a year later when my teacher discovered that I was having her play the etudes that I detested, and I would get it. It was in my head. My mother would say, now you make sure you play the lessons the way your teacher told you. And I did it for a half hour, and then I went to playing by ear, my way.
Ah.
So when the teacher discovered this, she said, Mrs. Sposato, your daughter has made a fool out of you and a fool out of me. I cannot tolerate this. So I was kicked out.
Oh,
at 8 years old.
my.
I know.
That's sad.
But I still played my music.
Good for you. And enjoyed music, clearly.
Absolutely. And I knew, nobody would believe that I was shy, but I was at one point in my life. And I knew that music just transforms you.
Mm-hmm.
And what it does for children is amazing. I get the really shy children that I interview. And then within 6 months, they're different.
That's something.
It's beautiful to see.
Brings them out of their shell.
Yes.
And so we heard that from the GYO, the Gifford Youth Orchestra group as well.
Yeah.
But you're not competing with them.
No, well, they've been in business for over 20 years, and I'm just targeting children who can't afford music lessons.
Okay.
And sometimes through the teachers who are music teachers detect an interest from a child. I go to the schools and do presentations to let them know what I'm doing. And I have doubled my children roster from last year.
Wow.
So that is, and I'm small. I'm small
You're
but mighty.
You're the only teacher? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't teach. I have piano, guitar, flute, teachers that are very good. And just recently, I was been getting from every avenue people, parents, and people with children with autism, and recognizing that 1 out of 18 in our country has
That's a terrible
autism.
statistic, isn't it?
So I kind of got into it a little bit and was introduced. I was looking for a talent to produce a show. And I came across Jake and Sky. Now, Jake and Sky, I did 2 concerts with them. This was the second one. Brother and sister. both autistic. And he was playing with games, computer games.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, his mother one day said, "That's it. You're off the computer."
As most mothers finally get to a point, yes.
Yes. And what happened, his father was a musician, and he kind of got to the piano, ended up teaching himself 6 instruments.
Wow.
So
That's
there
amazing.
is the ability that you can see what comes forth, but you have to approach it.
Yeah.
You have to provide the venue.
And each child is definitely unique and generally speaking don't like to be in crowds.
No.
So a wonderful service like GYO wouldn't necessarily fit their needs and their abilities.
You have to expose them to it. And that's something I'm starting to do. I located about 4 schools in Vero that cater to the spectrum, children on the spectrum.
Okay.
I met one young lady early on, before when I first started hearing about, I knew about autism, but coming into my circle, when somebody comes into the circle. And the mother has a non-speaking child, one of twins, one daughter perfectly fine, the other one. So we did a children's festival at the art museum in April.
Oh.
She had composed a little piece, and we had the classical guitar student play it. She was elated.
Oh, sure.
So it was just great. It's so rewarding.
It brings them back out of their shell.
Well, it's a purpose for them, because instead of, and the parent is so important, not treating them like a victim,
Right.
just exposing them to do different things, treating them just like a regular, and they are.
Yeah.
And some of them are very, very bright.
They just have a different way of communicating, or not sometimes.
Exactly, yes. I know that at different times, if the noise is too much, they'll retreat. But this is not the original purpose of Music Angels. It was to children who could not afford music lessons. And I thought, what a waste, what an opportunity to provide for them. And it's been great. And I have teachers who are music teachers come in, and we do concerts to raise money.
Okay.
That's the...
So you are a 501c3.
501c since March of 2019.
Okay. So you got 6 years behind you.
Yes. And fortunate to have some wonderful donors who support me.
So tell us a little bit more about Music Angels.
Well, Music Angels, I don't know how I came up with the name, but I consider children being angels most of the time. And
I'm not going to ask you if you're a parent.
No, I'm not. But I've witnessed and I see what can be developed. And I think children are the future. We know that. But so anyway, so I said, well, it's music and they're angels and it's education. So Music Angels Education Fund Incorporated. I'm a 501c Florida corporation. And
if people want to donate, do you have an online presence or?
Yes, I do have a website where you can sign up for our concerts. You can donate, and you can, do anything. And there they are, those little darlings. Yes,
wonderful.
And they have a way of surprising you, because what we did is opened it up. Basically, I just contacted the schools, and through some people who were former teachers and superintendents, they arranged for me to make a presentation.
Very nice.
I go. The most important thing is that it doesn't take a lot of money. Some people can afford $50 a month, $100, whatever the comfort level in. And recently, this is a terrific idea that I hear people who have lost a son or a friend's son to the opioid crisis. They are asking to make scholarships in memorial.
Nice.
And that is so rewarding. And, when you're small, it takes more work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when you receive donations, do you use them then to buy instruments or to pay teachers or?
Well, everything is, the only people who get paid are the teachers.
Okay.
And I have been fortunate. Gary Roberts from the Summer Crush, I contacted him and wanted to be one of his charities, but he had the little birthday angels. I just gave them a plug.
Yeah, they're another great group.
Yes.
Taking care of our children that need the extra TLC.
Exactly. Yeah. So he said, I played trombone all through college. He said, I want to help you.
Oh.
He put up a sign there, and he gets a great turnout.
He does. It's
and
a great place.
We don't get there as much as we'd like to, but so they have donated instruments. People who I don't know how they find me contact me through the website. Say I have. A gentleman said, I've been playing this keyboard for 20 years, and I think I heard that you can benefit children with instruments if they need them, and that's what I do. Now, we've gotten some very expensive instruments, quality, where it would apply to a child, a professional. So I haven't sold any, but I'm thinking about it, It all goes into the pot.
Exactly.
And that's so important because none of my board of directors gets paid. I have one girl who started with grants, and we're working on that.
Yeah, that's a tough one. We have a lot of very generous people, but we also have a lot of 501c3s in the community.
It is a haven
for those. Well, we'll take a moment's break to cogitate on that, and we'll be back after a quick word from our sponsors. So don't leave. We'll be right back. Treasure Coast Community Health in-house pharmacies have the lowest prices in Indian River County, even lower than big box pharmacies. Taking your medication as prescribed leads to better health. Affordable medicine makes it easier. Treasure Coast Community Health patients can pick up medicine as they leave the office or use free delivery and mail order services. Pharmacists are always available to answer questions. Switch to TCCH pharmacies. Save money, stay healthy. 772-257-8224 and ask about our price match.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock tariff-free coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats and chairs in the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of American-made Telescope, Berlin Gardens, and Pollywood, all with no tariff ever. We specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a summer sale with lots of great markdowns and discounts on everything you need for your Florida home, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street, filled with lots of name brand closeouts and sale items. Come in now for our summer sale and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
And welcome back to Community Conversations. If you're just joining, my name is Vicki Soule. I'm the CEO of Treasure Coast Community Health, which is a primary care provider here in Indian River County. We take care of people of all ages, races, incomes. Healthcare for all is sort of our tagline. That should be without saying, but we say it anyways. So if you're looking for a primary care provider that is really your person, give us a call. We have 8 different locations around the community for your convenience. An added convenience, we have in-house pharmacies. We also have x-rays and labs and multiple services in one building so that you don't have to take multiple days off just to be referred from one place to another. We really have integrated care because we believe in it. We believe that it's good for you and good for your family. And soon we'll be opening our west location, which is out at 85th and Highway 60, out by the expressway. What we laughingly said is kind of a healthcare desert. There's not a lot out there other than Point West and Spalone's. And so we're happy to join that little triangle of good health. So stay tuned. Within the next month, you'll be seeing and hearing our ads so that you can sign up there as a new patient as well. But today we have someone very unique. Linda is here on behalf of Music Angels. And this is a 501c3 that has been quietly under the radar, working a lot from referrals, as I understand it. And so she's here to tell us a little bit more about how you might be involved and what kinds of children she started with and what she's now evolving into.
Yes, well, thank you for having me, Vicki. It really is a pleasure to meet you, and I hear of your good works also.
It's a village of good works on our staff.
Absolutely, we all, and I love the collaboration. I have an opportunity possibly for working with youth guidance because they want a music program. Well, with all the musicians and teachers here, you'd think it'd be easy. It is not.
It is not easy.
Because they have their curriculum for after school, but we're working on getting a program there.
Wonderful.
My program is every day. Whenever I can receive a recommendation for a child, I'm there to interview them. And the other thing is the importance that I want to stress is for the financial aid that we need. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to be a millionaire to do a grant. You can just have $50, $100. Go to the website, which is musicangelsusa.org, and make a donation.
And that helps pay for the teachers.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Now, not only that, we have ongoing expenses when we put on a fundraiser. When you put on a fundraiser with the cost of the venue, the cost of the performers, it builds up. But the children need someone to look up to see what they can achieve.
And they need that performance time, I'm guessing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So while it's a fundraiser, it really, if you turn the glass halfway the other way, it's really about giving them an opportunity to show what they have done, what they have learned, and what their other peers are doing that they can aspire to.
Exactly. It's the inspiration that's required to keep them going. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that we did a children's festival at the art museum. We were invited to participate, and I had 8 of the students there because we had to do the ones who are a little more advanced, and they performed like troopers. They got up there and played, and the audience enjoyed them. So that's the kind of thing that you have to, it's a combination, and the teachers are dedicated. They need to give me a quarterly report. Every 3 months, they give me a report of the progress of the child, because you have to keep them motivated, and you have to keep them progressing.
So I'm going to interrupt you for just a minute and take you back to, this is the second time you mentioned that you interview the children. So are there criteria by age or activities, or
Well, basically,
Tell me about that.
right.
That sounds intimidating to interview a child.
No. You'd be surprised how engaged they are. But we start, in fact, I have a perfect example. I interviewed an 8-year-old, and his 5-year-old sister was there. And she was itching to get to talk to me, okay? Well, the parents wanted to start her on piano. I said, I'm observing your child, and don't take this the wrong way, but she is very vibrant, and focus may be a problem with her.
Yeah, sitting at a keyboard is
Yes.
difficult.
So we waited a year and a half, and she was ready.
Very nice.
She just is progressing beautifully.
So that's a part of it, is their readiness for that.
Oh, yes.
And I would imagine keyboards versus guitars or wind instruments might be different.
It is different. And I think, and this is what I'm doing with the children on the spectrum, we're going to be doing a music appreciation where we bring in performers, mostly teachers, and show the different instruments. There you will see the child who will migrate to the instrument
It makes perfect sense.
That's the way we do it. I have no expertise in childhood raising, but I do observe.
Very, very well. So I do have one other question, and that is, if you don't mind, the ability of your teachers to meet with the children. Are most of them like once a week, once a month?
It is a once a week lesson.
So that keeps them engaged.
Yes. And we happen to have 3 families with 2 children, sibling. So the teacher goes and focuses on the progress of one, adds to the other. They're accustomed to teaching children and teaching actually adults. We have a teacher who teaches flute and piano. So they're the experts in the teaching, and I leave it to them. Now, I just want to tell you about some of our activities that are coming up.
Yeah, you've got some things coming up.
Yes. We're working on a program, a student-teacher concert. Okay. So it'll be other students, some of our students playing with the teachers.
Oh, cool is that? And when will that be? Because we're going to run short of time.
We're doing in November. We're looking at the 11th of November or the 23rd. We have to check with the venue to see if it's available. Then we have January. We have La Herencia Band, a Latin music band that we had last year at the Pelican Yacht Club, and the place went crazy.
That sounds like fun.
It is. We're going to do it at the Heritage Center. And we hope that people turn out. Go on the website. You'll see how you can sign up for tickets.
Perfect.
And the donation page is there also, and you'll see some of our children.
And don't wait until January, because the expenses for securing those venues come first.
That's true. We need the money to pay for the
And
venue.
any amount will help.
Then we have February. That is a pre-Valentine, a dynamic duo who interact with Broadway show tunes and interact with the audience. Wow. And that'll be a dinner that they can participate in. It's going to happen at L'Atmosphere on Dixie Highway. They're creating a wonderful venue for nonprofits.
That is so great. Well, I'm so glad that you came to spend some time with us, because I had no idea about Music Angels at all.
And I am so sad about that.
Well, we all start out very small in terms of who knows about us, so don't feel bad.
That's what I see. And my mission is to lift children into the world of music.
Well, thank you for all you're doing, Linda. And thank you all for being with us to the end of the show. I hope that you might find a little self-examination is making you go back to the website and see a little bit more about Music Angels USA. And we'll see you next week. Have a great week.